I thought that I was a boring person, but what's up guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Rachel, I'm a biomedical science and pre-med student. Today I wanted to share with you guys some of my reflections and just sort of key insights from going through the primary and secondary application process for medical school. Honestly, big overview, it's definitely a lot more than I thought going into it. There's a lot of writing involved, of course. Starting last fall, I started doing research for the process, like finding out what are the questions I ask, what are things I need to include. I also found it super helpful to watch a lot of YouTube videos and read up on a lot of other students' experiences, such as how they were able to convey their own personalities and narratives through their applications, which is something that I think is extremely useful. And I'll be making some videos in regards to tips and really key advice I would give for crafting primary and secondary applications. One thing I definitely value from this process is being able to have this dedicated time where you're really thinking hard into a lot of your life's motivations. You don't get a lot of opportunities in life to just sit down and think about your life. Part of the letters packet for my school, I had to write an autobiography, and man, it is hard to write about your life. It took me forever to crank out a paragraph. There were many drafts, but it's definitely also a rewarding process at the same time. You rarely just sit down and think about your life and what things have happened in your life to take you where you are now. Key defining moments in your life and in your journey. Sometimes I feel like I just go through life not really processing a lot of this stuff and just more so going through the motions. But it's really important to take those times for self-reflection and just reflection in general, so you can really get a broader idea of what you value, what matters to you, and also take away what makes you special and unique. If you're watching this and you don't plan on applying to medical school, you haven't yet, or you already did, I highly recommend taking moments to reflect. It doesn't have to be an everyday thing. It could honestly be as short as taking 10 minutes at the end of every week to just sort of look at what you've done and what you've accomplished, what you hope to accomplish in the next week, and how you can change things from this week to accomplish what you want in the next week. And also taking time to reflect on what's important to you and the things that you're grateful for. And I think it's really important to continue these moments of reflection now and in the future, to just have a returning point and a grounding point and be able to stay true to your values and your goals. And I really like the opportunity to sort of look at, I know I like writing, and just watching how that manifested in my applications. For the AMCAS application, you have 15 extracurricular activities. When I started freshman year, I wasn't trying to pick any extracurricular activities to fit a certain narrative. I just did what I enjoyed and what I feel I could make the most impact in, and it was really interesting to see how that played out in my application, because I definitely saw my personality through the extracurriculars that I chose. Before doing the application, I thought my life was sort of boring, and doing the autobiography and just sort of putting more of a narrative spin on it and really looking back on all the things I've done, I realized that I'm more interesting than I thought. So hopefully if anyone's going through the same process, you get the same feeling out of it, because everyone who's applying has their own unique story, and it's really interesting to see how that comes together for each person. It's also good to take a step back and look at what you've accomplished and how far you come, and to use that to propel you into the next stage of life. Despite all the essay writing and the stress of the impending deadlines and the many things that you have to send in, like transcripts and your grades and getting everything in on time, it is a process that I feel very fortunate to be able to apply to, and I'm excited for what's to come. A lot of secondaries for schools have a common theme. So for example, the diversity and adversity essays. So those are also some things that you get to think about when preparing for secondaries. Just researching for applications, I've learned so much, like an exponential amount. I've learned so much about the application process and how to properly apply narrative and get your story out there in a way that is effective and true to you. And I think that's something really important that I'll be able to carry forward with me throughout medical school and life in general. And I will be making some videos to share with you guys, because I think being able to convey yourself through writing and narrative and applications and just in general is a super important skill, something that I really got to develop further through this application process. I just look back at my old applications from high school, and yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so bad. In retrospect, everything seems bad, but maybe it was good for a high schooler student. I don't know. I definitely wish I would have done more extensive research for high school applications before diving in like I did with med school applications. If you guys are going through the medical school application process, I definitely want to say it is a lot of work, but enjoy the process, enjoy the ride. You've done 4 years of undergrad to get to this point, or maybe less. You've done so much work throughout undergrad, so definitely enjoy the moment. It's so rewarding being able to finish that AMCAS application. I remember on the day I submitted the primary and I actually printed it out and held it in my hands. I was like, wow, this is basically 4 years and more of work I'm just holding in my hands. I spent a lot of time on the application and poured a lot into it, and it is far from being a perfect application, but what makes it special to me is that it's my application and it's something that is special to me, and it's something that I hope thousands of other pre-meds feel the same as well, because we are all so unique and we have so much to offer and different stories to offer. Yeah, definitely savor the moment. It's very rewarding. I wanted to share some of my insights with you guys. I wanted to film sort of a really impromptu, raw emotions in the moment type of video for you guys. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know in the comments what other content you guys are interested in seeing, or if you have any questions for me. Until next time, I hope you guys stay happy and healthy, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!